Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we do have a couple of tablets from Samsung. This is from their FE series. So this is the Tab S9 FE Plus. And obviously we do have the base variant, which is a bit smaller. Now in today's video, I'm going to focus mainly on the larger device because this is the one that I've been using. And I just want to share my user experience with y'all and see if this is something that you might want to consider getting. Say, for example, if you're looking for a tablet. Now, first things first, why I think this tablet is actually quite cool, and that's because the FE series for the tablets are priced really attractively here, especially in Malaysia. Now, the price for these FE tablets are almost half the price of the regular Tab S9. So if you can't really afford those like flagship level tablets from Samsung, these FE models here do offer quite a fair bit of features for you as well at almost half the price. Now let's talk a bit about the experience, why I like this tablet so much. Now first of all as well is because of the size. You don't think that this is actually like a huge tablet. It's very manageable with a single hand, and of course, like for my use case, I've been using the Samsung DeX quite a lot, so it works very similar to how a Windows laptop will function. Let me just show you my setup real quick. I actually have myself a Bluetooth keyboard. I also got myself a wireless mouse, and of course we have the S Pen that's actually included in the box. So once I got everything set up, essentially I got myself something similar to a laptop experience. Now obviously if you do get the casing from Samsung that also comes with the keyboard, the experience is very similar, but because I do not have the case, and because some of you might not have the case, this is the kind of setup that you can actually work with as well. Alright, so once we've got the Samsung DeX set up, you will notice that the shortcut keys are again very similar to a Windows computer. So say for example, you can just go Windows D and it goes back to your desktop. You can use alternate tab to switch between apps, and actually switching between apps is very quick on the Tab S9 FE Plus. So in case you're wondering that the tablet itself is not powerful enough, we do get an Exynos 1380 processor in here if I'm not mistaken. Some of you might be concerned with the amount of power for this particular tablet, but if you're just going to be using your work and productivity applications, it's actually quite usable. Now I was just switching between multiple apps. I had about 6 or 7 apps open, and you can see it down in my taskbar. Immediately when I clicked on that particular app, it jumped right into it, and it was showing where I left off previously on the app itself. So again, it's actually very sufficient in terms of power if you're going to be using it for productivity, such as your Microsoft Office, Microsoft Teams and all that. So it's actually a pretty decent tablet here for you to consider. Now speaking about productivity, I also noticed that the Microsoft Teams work especially well on the Tab S9 FE Plus as well. So the cameras at the front is actually quite reasonable. You do have 2 sensors at the back, so it's actually very easy to switch between the front and the rear cameras. So again, if you are like working from home and you are going to be using your tablet to do a lot of those, like Teams calls, Google Meets, the tablet itself should serve you well. Other than that, you can also use the Samsung earbuds to connect it directly to the tablet itself, so you have the full, like work from home experience. Now, other than that, what I really found interesting about this tablet, and that is actually the materials that is being made on this particular Tab S9 FE Plus. Now we are having here an aluminum body, so everything actually feels quite premium. It doesn't feel like a cheap tablet compared to the regular Tab S9. You also have stereo speakers on the left and right, so say for example, if you're watching movies, you should be able to get a pretty decent audio experience. And also one really cool thing is that this tablet is IP68 rated, so that means if you got some water or coffee splashed onto your tablet by accident, that should not worry you at all. Now of course, those are just a couple of good stuff. Now one final good thing that I want to highlight about the Tab S9 FE Plus is in terms of its battery life. Now it does come with a pretty large battery on board, and of course this is good enough for multiple days of use. Alright, so now that we have talked about all the good stuff, let's go through a couple of things that perhaps can be improved. Now first things first, of course, is in terms of the display. Now we do get a 90Hz LCD display, and personally I felt that it doesn't get super bright. So say for example, if you're in a bright space like this, the display is definitely still visible to you, but of course if you're expecting like super AMOLED kind of levels, you can only find that on the regular Tab S9. Other than that, although we do have stereo speakers on the sides, the regular Tab S9 has more speakers, so the audio experience is even better. However, if you're going to be using your earbuds, I don't think that should be a huge issue. So yeah, this is actually a pretty decent tablet for the price again. If you're looking for a more affordable tablet from Samsung, you want to go into the Samsung DeX, you are invested into the One UI, the user experience, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE is definitely something that you should consider. Again, you can check out the smaller size or the larger size version depending on what you like. The S Pen is again provided in the package itself. That means you can scribble stuff on the display as well. Everything is actually quite low latency, so it's quite instant. The whole experience is actually quite good. So with that said, that pretty much wraps up our quick look or quick user experience with the Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus. Similar experience on the smaller version. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to drop a like and sub to the channel to see more content, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Do take care and stay safe. Bye bye.